first lesson that we give our students. So give you an appreciation of how to fly a helicopter, you know what I mean? Yep. So what we'll do is we'll go from the airport out to Corsaire, yep, to the coast, yep, so across to Fremantle, up to Corsaire, and then back down south along the beach, and then back to the airport. Yep. So I'm just going to abbreviate this a little bit, just because of time, yeah? So we know that you're unfamiliar. One of the main things to think about when we're flying the aircraft today is the attitude of the aircraft, right? And so attitude means its orientation in space. Okay. Yeah? Yeah. Yep. And so when the helicopter flies, right, forwards in that direction towards the wall, say, it's always going to be slightly nose low, right? So we call this pitch, yeah? We call this roll, yep, and we call this yaw. Yep. So what we want to do is we need to keep a slightly nose low attitude, but we also want to keep the aircraft fairly level. Like if it's leaning to the right, it'll turn right. You know what I mean? If it's leaning to the left, it'll turn left. Down. Yep. If we move it to the left, we see the aircraft roll to the left and it will start banking around in the left-hand turn. Yep. And if we remain vertical in the cockpit, we'll see this sight picture here. Yep. Yep. So we see the horizon change in our field of view. If we apply a right side click, we see the helicopter roll and it will start banking around and turning to the right. Yep. And we'll see this type of sight picture. Manifold pressure, we see a climb on the VSI and we see our altitude increase as well. Yep. Conversely, if we lower it, we see a descent. Pitch comes down, manifold pressure and power comes down, we see a descent on our vertical speed indicator and we see our altitude decreasing.
Yeah.
Alright. Feeling good?
Oh, good. Yeah.
Alright, here we are.
Yeah.
Alright, that's all ready to go. So we'll take you over and we'll get back in.
Yeah.
Alright. So this will be your side. Yep. And I'll just really quickly show you the controls, right?
Yeah.
So we've got, if you look through the front window, it'll be easy to see, like come around the front. We press left pedal, yep. That makes the nose of the helicopter go to the left.
Left,
yep.
Oh, okay.
If we press right pedal, like this, it makes the nose of the helicopter go to the right. Yep. And so when we're flying though, we're not making movements as big as that. It's really gentle, small movements like this. And you can see the pitch on the blades changing.
Yeah.
And if we lower, it makes the helicopter descend.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
And so that's the three key controls that you guys will be using when you're flying. Yep. Depending on which way the airflow's flowing over the aircraft, yeah? And so what we want to do is we want to keep those bits of wool straight up and down like that, not out to the side, yeah? And we do that by adjusting our pedals. Yeah, and I'll explain that to you upstairs as well. The R22s, which is like the one you just saw.
Yeah.
And we have two more of those. One's out flying at the moment. There's a blue one there. Yeah. We operate a couple of 44s, so the grey one and that champagne coloured one. So that's actually not ours, but R44s like that. They're kind of like the bigger brother to the 22. Yeah. So slightly bigger machine, two more seats. We also operate three 206s. So this is one more seat, but it's also a turbine aircraft, right? You know, a slightly cool, hey?
Cool, yeah.
Yep. Pretty snazzy machines, hey? Yeah. Along with the EC130s that we have next door, the red one. Yeah. Yep. So we have two other ones of those, so three total. We also have squirrels. Yep. So this is a twin squirrel. So squirrels are really common utility charter helicopters, right?
So they call them squirrel.
Squirrel. It's French. Squirrel. So French. I think Écureuil is their
Écureuil.
Yeah. These are French machines, right? Yeah. And so that I say Écureuil. How do you say it?
Écureuil.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So that's why they're called squirrels. Yeah. So this is a twin engine version. So you have two engines at the back. Yep. Oh, okay. But not so much the twin engine version, but the single engine version is really common and a really popular helicopter. It's like a reference point, like such a really capable helicopter. You're on the right. Yep. Thanks. Your seatbelt on? Yeah. It's a little bit fiddly. There you go. Yep. I'll be back around shortly.